Hello all you magnificent people, Durbo the Magnificent here, and today we're going rogue with Tiny Rogues. This is a roguelike that, well, it hasn't come out yet. It's still in early access, but it's been in early access for a while, and I've put well over 100 hours into it. It's become one of my favorites, probably of all time. It's really good. It doesn't look like much, I'll be honest. I know that says 44 hours, that's got reset a couple times because I've been playing since pretty much it started in early access. On Steam I have over 120 hours or something. And even though it's in early access, this game has a ludicrous amount of content. We got like, basically like ranged melee and magic and stuff like that. We're just, I don't know, this guy's got a gun. Let's do a guy with a gun. I don't remember exactly what all he's got going on. Yeah, we're gonna do we're gonna go in with a gunslinger. So, this game has kind of a lot going on, and you may be a little overwhelmed when you first jump in, because, you know, there's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Right? Most of it you don't really have to pay attention to. There's just, I'll point out stuff as we go that'll be important. For now, we got a hat, we got a thing, these all do stuff, we got a gun, it shoots bullets, we have dice that we can use to re-roll stuff, we have an inventory space, and we have sort of Hades-style room choices. We don't have any bombs, let's grab some bombs. There's enemies. We shoot the enemies, they die. As I said before, this game is not much to look at, which, I mean, yeah, just look at it. Honestly, I think the art style works in its favor, but it is, I can understand if you would look at this and go, this looks bad. But honestly, it's one of the most well-designed roguelikes I've ever played. And it is, like, surprisingly fun. So what we just picked up there was more dexterity. We got 3 main stats. We got strength, we got dexterity, we got intelligence, melee, ranged, magic. We're doing a mostly range build, so we're going for dexterity. Although each of these stats does also give you other stuff, like, the main one is strength, lets you carry more stuff. And it's nice to have, and honestly, every time you get one of those, it gives you some experience, and then you level up and get stats and things. So I'm just gonna go for that. We have 2 bombs, we're gonna go for events. Events are usually quite good. It's a fairy fountain. Take a sip? I will absolutely take a sip. You've been blessed by the fairy spring, which does what again? Fairy blessing. On entering a floor, if you don't have any soul hearts, gain 1. Awesome, and we just get that for the rest of the run. Really, really nice. We don't have any keys, so let's grab a key. Always good to have keys on hand. Intelligence, I don't really care about the bombs. We already have 1, so I'm fine. I just want the experience. So the main thing about this character is lucky draw. Anytime you get a lucky hit with an attack or skill, it makes you like repeat the attack. So anytime you see my gun shoot like a little extra fast, it's because I got a lucky hit. Lucky hit is basically just, it's kind of like a crit, but crits are also a thing. Lucky hits are, they just have an extra chance to like proc stuff when you hit enemies with them. And I believe my lucky hit chance right now is at, there it is, luck. Okay, lucky hit chance is 35%. Yeah, anytime you see a number pop up with a clover like that, that means it was a lucky hit, and that makes my gun shoot a little bit faster. So next up is the boss floor. All choices will be rare, or one of them will be a body armor. The body armor we have right now isn't super great. I don't know, it's not bad. The more stamina containers we have, right now we only have 2, the more damage we do, so we'll probably look to replace that at some point, but I typically like going with rarity choices.
Trust in my body, I will show no mercy.
It's the Goblin King. So things always start off quite simple. Wow, we got a long string of lucky hits there.
Annoying critter, don't worry, I'll squash you eventually.
No, you won't. Shooting meat at me and stuff. Things start off pretty simple, but you'll see the bullet patterns and stuff start getting very complicated. So we get one of these items. What do we want? Shock stuff. I don't know. That doesn't really care. I don't really care about dark damage. Each point of dexterity grants triggered damage. We don't really have any triggers right now. I'll explain those if we ever get them, but I mean, that's better than this thing. What's our ability? I don't remember. Unload 6 shots at up to 6 enemies on screen, prioritizing weakest enemies. It recharges once every 5 rooms. Okay, that seems pretty good, honestly, but we're gonna take this in case we encounter any triggers. Floor 2. We're good on keys, let's take intelligence so we can level up and show you what happens then. Oh yeah, how does this work? Damn, that just kills. Level up. Alright, so now every time we level up, we get a trait, which, as always, as with most things in this game, they're divided into 3 separate things. We got dexterity traits, intelligence traits, and strength traits. So on dash, we basically get increased movement speed and attack speed and stuff. That's fine. Grants 40% attack speed with weapons that scale with dexterity. That's an incredible trait, probably gonna go with that one. Extra stats from intelligence, but less stats from the other 2. Bad, useless. 50% lucky chance per heart container you have. That's actually quite good with what we got going on. That'll give us 30 extra lucky chance. Because, see, we got the attacks repeat on lucky chance. I think we're going to go for that one, honestly. So now we have, I think, 60%? Yeah, 65% lucky hit chance. That's great. So, this one will give us we get 3 dexterity instead of 1 for taking that, but it's also cursed. So, which means we will get some curse. Oh yeah, I guess we could just see it down here, luck. We're gonna take that because 3 dexterity is really good. Worth the curse. So yeah, now we have 1 curse, which I don't think it actually, tells us here. It's basically the opposite of luck. Luck has a chance to like double room rewards or give you good stuff, and curse has a chance to like have room rewards and give you bad stuff. Yeah, we're gonna go for an armory. You always go for the armory. A desert eagle, a flail, or some karambits. Yeah, we're gonna go for a desert eagle, shockingly enough. Damn, that already shoots pretty fast, and it does around the same amount of damage, but it's like way faster. Also, every 3 attacks, it does double damage. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good upgrade. Event, because events are great. Just a bunch of bombs and dynamite. Awesome. Love that. I don't seem to be repeating attacks anymore. I don't know, maybe my gun is just... Oh, that's why it was faster, because I had stacked up a bunch of extra repeats. Okay, cool. I didn't know they worked like that. We got 7 whole bombs. We don't have much in the way of money to upgrade our weapon, though. I'm still gonna take the weapon upgrade. So yeah, blacksmiths, they can upgrade your weapon, which gives it 10% extra damage per level. And that's all we can afford for now. So it is a +2, which means we get 20% extra damage than we normally would. And we'll take dexterity because we're good on keys. I guess I never said, in terms of movement, it's really simple. We can move and then we can dash, and you're invincible while dashing. And that's it. That's all you get, and that's all you need. We'll take this.
Listen, Pat, you dare to disturb my bed?
Blah, blah, we don't care. All the bosses have dialogue, but none of them really matter. Can we? Bro. That's really good. Yep, good try, buddy. Curse can never take effect while we're wearing that. That seems pretty good, honestly, and that'll be... It's an offhand, really? Okay, that kind of sucks, but whatever. Not a problem that we run into just yet. So we have a couple different slots for things. I mean, we got hat, body, boots, gloves, 2 weapons, and then we have offhand and accessory. Accessory, you can just put anything there, no problem. Offhand, if you're using a 2-handed weapon, you can't have an offhand. That's why I typically don't like having offhands, but for right now, it's fine. We'll take the key. Wooden chests usually don't really do too much for us. Sometimes you get mixed foods that give you multiple stats, and I will take that over getting cursed. Sometimes enemies have enchantments, and it'll tell you what the enchantment is over here, mortar enchantment. So if you see any purple enemies, they have a thing. These guys shoot mortars. They also typically have more health and stuff. It's rather annoying. Ooh, we get a ranged weapon. I'll take that. Double-edged throwing knives. I mean, we can replace our regular revolver with that and just see. That seems fine. I don't know, we'll check them out. I think they pierce, so that's good. We don't have any gold, so we'll go for a potion. They do not pierce, but they do hit twice? Alright, this seems pretty good. Honestly, I feel like it's killing just about as fast as the Desert Eagle was, but we'll stick with it. We can level up. I hate these plants, brother. Level up. Attacks gain a 25% chance to trigger chain lightning on hit. Now remember, we also have these gloves that makes triggers more likely to happen the more dexterity we have, and this is a trigger. So this will have a much bigger chance of hitting. That seems pretty good. We could do the same thing, but with a razor leaf, which is not nearly as good. Half your strength also applies to dexterity scaling from ranged weapons. That's not a bad choice, but compared to lightning, we're gonna take that. Cursed gold, I mean, that is a lot of gold. I really don't like taking cursed, though. Oh yeah, that chain lightning was a really good choice. Dexterity for a key? I mean, it's better than a set item. At least in my opinion. Wow, yeah, that's working really great. Boots or a charm? We don't have any boots, so let's take boots. Is a bee. Is the queen bee. This is not gonna last long. Good try. Every boss in the game has 2 phases, which I like the consistency. Man, we are just not getting a good look at these bullet patterns. Trust me, they are very well designed. Alright, well oh, more lucky hit chance. Let's take that, honestly. Let's go full lucky hit. We're up to like 70% lucky hit chance. Okay, so here's where, if you watched the last episode on Neon Abyss, this game has a similar system of stats that you need to invest in order to get different ending paths. I think we're gonna go for the good path. It doesn't matter, it just changes like what boss you fight. There's no like actual moral choices you have to make or anything. It's just buying things from these shops will give you either good points, evil points, lawful points, or chaotic points. And the first 3 points are the only thing that matter. There isn't anything for chaos points just yet. And I'll just buy all of these because I can. So we got more equip load capacity, 20% damage at close range, and then 25% stamina recovery speed. Cool, awesome, let's move on. None of those really matter all too much, it's mostly the good points that I'm after. In order to reach the different endings, you usually have to have 4 points in either good, evil, or lawful, but there's a skill tree and one of them lets you get in with only 3, which is really useful. Contains equipment? Sure, we still have a few equipment slots that aren't filled out. Well, we are absolutely shredding right now. Wow, okay. Legendary item. Yeah, I can use it. I may as well. We are slightly over-encumbered. When you are over-encumbered, your stamina takes longer to regenerate and you move slower. Even at 3 points over, I can already feel the difference, which is a little lame. So yeah, this will give us 2 blocks, which are, it's just an extra hit that refreshes every floor, and it gives us these little spear dudes that give us extra attack speed. So yeah, that's awesome. Legendary items are relatively rare. You'll usually see a couple of them per run, but there's a lot of them. There's a ton of items in this game. So all these are really good. Yumi is not bad. I think I'm gonna take Yumi, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, it's a 2-handed weapon, so we can't, yeah, when we switch to the bow, the phalanx goes away. That's unfortunate, oh well. And then this is a mimic, you can tell, because it's got 2 little eyes there. Or maybe, no, I guess they're teeth. And this thing seems fine. Gain 5 XP. Sure. Honestly, I don't really like any of these, so we can use one of our dice. We have a dice bag, and this has different types of dice. This refreshes rooms, or rerolls rooms. This one rerolls traits. This one rerolls boss rewards, and this one can reroll a trait that you've already picked, but it gives you a random one. So yeah, I think I'm going to use an ethereal dice here and reroll these, because I don't like them. Tally of 3 attacks, your next attack skill or skill will be a guaranteed crit. Not bad. We're doing repeats, so that'll go up pretty fast. Yeah, we'll take Rogue's Tally. And then this gives us 3 dexterity. Which is, yeah, we'll take that, absolutely. Pawn shop, love that. This just lets you sell old equipment for money. It's great. I don't really like either of these. Taverns, I'll show you a tavern. They got a bunch of different NPCs that are randomized and they all give you different stuff. So even though this thing says +4, it's actually only a +1 because this thing just inherently has +3 to its upgrade level, which is kind of nuts. So we're just gonna upgrade that. So now it's a +6, so 60% extra damage. Kind of nuts. And then we'll go to the event as always. The hell is this? Pray to the statue of the goddess of sin? Sure. 50% curse chance effect. Awesome. Love that. I don't really like either of these, honestly. We have a good offhand. We don't want magic weapons. A helmet or boots? We still don't have boots. Let's check boots. It's the gargoyles from Dark Souls. This game has about 8 billion references to other things. Kinda like Dead Cells, but whereas Dead Cells, they're like official collaborations with everything, this game just has a bunch of like small references and things that aren't as blatant. They're pretty obvious, but they're not like directly ripped from the games they're from, and for some reason that makes it okay to me. I don't really, I might need to really look inside and figure out why that's okay and Dead Cells isn't, but I don't know. So we're gonna take this. It's a quiver. Quivers can be used exclusively with bows and crossbows, and we are currently using a good bow, and this makes us have a chance to trigger a beam of light, and we get extra triggers. This is great. There's like obscene amounts of synergy that can occur in a run, or sometimes you'll just get screwed over and get nothing that works together at all. But we're getting good luck this time. I also totally forgot we have a skill that can just, you know, do that. It doesn't seem to be very good. It doesn't matter though. Oh my god. We can use a key, sure. We are shredding. Let's say consumables. Consumables can be fun. Crystallized soul heart, free soul heart, awesome. And then stamina for 1 room, not great, but whatever. Let's take some strength, we don't need bombs. Pawn shop, don't really need extra heart container, hell yeah. Wow, okay. I don't really know how I didn't get hit there, but I'll take it. Yeah, we'll just take a free heart container. Why not? I don't want to set. I don't think we have, yeah, we don't have any set items right now. Set items are like items that when used together they have a set bonus. But we don't have any right now, so that chest won't really give us anything. I mean, it will, but it won't be super useful. 2 keys for a curse or buy items for gold. We have a little bit of gold. Soul Heart, Ethereal Dice is incredible. We're just going to be taking that and moving the hell on, because we don't have enough money for anything else. Rare or set? We're gonna go rare. It's this guy. Everybody hates this guy. I honestly don't think he's that bad. And he's especially not gonna be that bad in this run, where he's already in his 2nd phase. I am making this game look like an absolute joke. He got 1 attack off. That's insane. This is not a good example of how the game usually goes. Reduces tally thresholds by 30%. What do we have currently? Lucky hit chance with ranged. Okay, that's actually really good with what we're going for. Gloves that give us more lucky hit chance, but we have this thing which is more triggers, and the triggers are better. Honestly, I'm really glad I picked up the Seeker gloves, because the lightning we got going on and the beams of light from this, great. Okay, so since we're not really going to use anything, we kind of just want to go with whatever the highest rarity is. Or, well, no, we don't have an accessory, so 10 strength while in combat with a boss, sure. May as well use it. It's not going to be too super useful, but we might as well go for it. A library. Could take a key, but also dexterity. I was really afraid that this would not go well at all, but it's going great. Okay, so a couple other like ranged weapons, which isn't bad. I'm just gonna take these potions, I don't really care. Potions give you nice temporary effects, so we get a thing that does fire damage and then our stamina recovers. And they last for 10 rooms. I really like the Grandmaster Shuriken usually. It's a little crazy. We'll try it out, probably stick with the bow, but we'll give it a go. We're fine on bombs. Yeah, this thing sufficiently shreds, definitely. Dealer's choice at this point. This thing has more crowd control, but we're 1 XP away from leveling up, so let's take that. Yeah, no, I think the beams of light from this being a bow probably make it better, at least for single target damage. On dash, repeat your next 2 attacks. Your repeats do double damage. The first thing, doesn't really matter. Repeats doing double damage, yeah, we're taking that. So now, like, most of our attacks are gonna do double damage. This is going great. Oh, man. Yeah, I was worried that this was gonna go pretty badly, because, like I do with all these so far, I tend to do a few runs just to prepare myself, and... Okay, this was a waste. I don't have enough money to do anything here. And I did 4 or 5 runs today before doing other things. I was trying to do some achievements that I have remaining. This game basically has like a heat system, like in Hades, to make things extra hard. And a couple of the achievements are for beating things with high heat on a certain character, and I was trying to do that and getting my ass beat. But I turned all of the cinder modifiers off, which is what they're called in this game. So we're also just getting really lucky. That's not, the cinder modifiers is not the only reason we're doing good. We're getting very good items. Speaking of good items, on the tally of 3 attacks deals double damage. It does have a bad enchantment. Also harp crossbow's kind of good. No, we're taking compound bow. It's not even close, bro. It's just what we were already using, but it doesn't have the homing. But it doesn't matter, because it's a lot more damage. Booze or intelligence? It's quite the dichotomy there. Booze can give you various buffs. And they can be good in certain builds, but I feel like they're usually based around strength builds, and we're not doing that. So this seems to be going pretty good. We seem to be doing pretty good damage. I honestly don't know if it's that much more. I think I'm gonna do 1 more room just with the old bow, just to see, honestly. They are incredibly close to each other, honestly. This has a magic weapon, but it's also free because it's a mimic, so we're gonna do that. Oh, there's a pawn shop right here, hell yeah. Let's just get a bunch of money. Honestly, I think we should probably just go ahead and sell the phalanx. It's good, but we got a good quiver, and we can't use this anyway if we're gonna continue to use bows, so... And it'll be worth a lot of money, so screw it. Yeah, we went from like 20 gold to 110. We're doing fine now. You can enchant my weapon, and I have a lot of money now. 30 gold. Electric. It now does lightning damage. That goes right in line with our chain lightning. Cool. And then we'll take a key. Although I do have a bunch of money, so maybe I should have gone for the blacksmith. Okay. We took our first hit in the whole run. I am mortal. Yeah, we'll take an accessory. The one we have right now is not very good. It's a walrus cop. Commander Walrus. Are you gonna get to attack, buddy? You summoned some minions. That was something. Oh, he's shooting. Oh, he's trying. Yeah, he tried. Extra lightning damage against burning targets. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll take it because it's the rarest thing here and nothing else is really that great, but we don't burn, so it's not that useful. We'll take intelligence just for the XP, honestly. Okay, I just walked right into that guy. I got no excuse. Hey, look, it's that enemy from Enter the Gungeon. All right, some of the references are just like kind of blatant ripoffs, but I don't know, maybe it's the art style that makes it feel okay. Range weapon? Sure, we already have a great one, but there are better, believe it or not. Gain trigger damage per weapon upgrade level you have. Yes, please. Currently that's just +1, but we will be upgrading this weapon. Down here's a black market. Those are fine. They give us evil points, which doesn't really matter, honestly. There's also companions. They just like give you stats, as well as attack enemies and stuff. The stats are usually what you want from them. Upload capacity, chance for enemies to drop a gift box. That's not bad. Honestly, I'll take the mistletoe, why not? And now we have a reindeer. So now enemies have a 5% chance to drop a gift box. That's not bad. Companions or body armor. We'll check body armor. Oh no, it's a succubus. Oh no. It's terrifying. Oh, it's the. Oh, I got hit. Oh, I should pay attention. This boss is actually hard. Hold on. Wait. Okay, we're fine. Hey. Alright, we lost hearts, so we can show you the health potion mechanic. You can drink a health potion. It makes you stop moving when you do so you can't really do it in battle. I mean, you can if you're ballsy, but I'm not most of the time. And then there's various things that can refill those potions. That will give us better things from gold reward rooms. This gives us more cold damage, and we're not doing any cold damage. Honestly, I kind of want the mercenary armor. Let's take that. We're a little over encumbered, but that's okay. Epic weapons, please. Ooh. Ice Fang. It's also a laser rifle and frostbane, but Ice Fang. You know what? Let's screw it. We don't need the dynamite. We're not using it. That seems good. That seems good. Let's go with this. Yeah, that's, we're back. Honestly, we do want strength because that gives us more equip load. So I think I'll be going for that. Also, we need to remember that gold reward rooms are actually good. Hey, we got a gift box, which gave us a straw talisman, which is an offhand we can't use. But it is also an epic item, so it will sell more for a rare item, or than a rare item. And then we can upgrade our bow. Oh my goodness, it's Cthulhu. But not really, because he's small. Oh, clones, which is the real one? Doesn't matter, all of them are dead anyway. He's trying. Good shot, buddy. Neon Cannon. Do we have any... You know what, let's put the Yuri down and just grab it. We'll sell it later. I can just show you what it looks like. Damn, that's pretty nuts. Bow, though, so we can continue to use the quiver. It's not technically a gold reward room, so we don't care. Wow, that was a lot of bad on the screen. How's the Neon Cannon go? Honestly, that doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, it's really not. It kills just about as well, and it doesn't even have the beams of light. None of these are great. Gain extra hit chance. A double cursed hit chance. Do we even have cursed hit chance? No. So that would be awesome. Let's do this. So now we have 135% lucky hit chance. Ooh, Dragon Slayer's mimic. Oh no, they do have eyes, I just realized. Maybe this is the only one that has eyes, I don't know. Haven't really been paying attention. Either way, he's dead. Devil Machine. Why couldn't the bow have been the legendary? God damn it. That sucks. Just put that down. Try this out. And then... Poncho, I think your time has come. Although we're not using the mercenary armor at all. I don't know. Aurora Scroll's kind of cool. I guess we could just show that. It's neat. Gains attack speed per point of evil you have, which I currently only have 1. Pawn shop, we're doing that because we have a lot of really good stuff to sell. We'll check out the Devil Machine, see how this thing rolls. Yeah, we'll just take an extra damn life. Sure, why not? And then a gold dice. I never use gold dice. I should really use that more often. And then we will take a key. Okay, well, we got hit twice in this room. This item seems worse. Yeah, Devil Machine, not as good. Oh, we sold the Neon Cannon. Why did we do that? That was dumb. Let's put the poncho back on. We'll move faster, do more damage. Accessory, I guess. No, let's roll for something better. Yeah, like legendary items. Like all items are legendary. So this is the final boss. It's death. But we don't care what he has to say. Basically, he thinks we should die. But I think he should die. He should give it a shot. He's always killing other people. Maybe he should give it a try sometime. And we are annihilating him. It's not even gonna be close, ladies and gentlemen. Enough? That's correct. Enough. Oh, he's doing the big scary attack. Oh, this would be really scary if I didn't know exactly how to dodge it. I got hit there. That's right, I still know what I'm doing, so it's fine, right? Looks really intimidating, but it's actually pretty easy to dodge. This one is similar. Looks really intimidating, pretty easy to dodge. Doesn't matter, he's dead before we even have to worry about it much. God, I'm making this game look easy, and that's not normal. If you have 4 points of good, you get Archangel Companions. Cool. Holy F, it's Lilith's Legacy. I've never seen this item. The developer talks about this item multiple times on like Twitter and stuff back when I was on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore. So this gives us a different buff based on what day of the week it currently is. As you can see, which is nuts. It's currently Wednesday, so we get sneaky hit chance. Sneaky hits have a chance to do double critical hit damage, which is not great. We do have the every third attack is a guaranteed crit. So, you know what? And it's definitely better than, 10 extra strength. So we're gonna take that. I wish it was Sunday, 100% crit chance. Oh my god. But yeah, we'll take that. Here we are. So this is the early access thing. That'll be coming out, I think, sometime this year. But for now, we have these 3 routes. This is for lawful points, this is for evil points, and this is for good points. We have 4 good points, so we're going to be going the good route. You can also drink out of this if you want to kill yourself and end the run. That used to be the only way to end the run, and actually is the only way to end the run for a while until you unlock these doors, which honestly kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to heaven. I guess death did actually kill us, because here we go to heaven. The high heavens. Golden broccoli. Critical hit damage. Sure. Bro, we still don't have any boots. So things tend to get a little bit crazy on these floors. We definitely have the damage to deal with this stuff. I just have to do good at dodging. A blessing? Or we could finally get some boots. Okay, alright, we're fine. Boots. Those are gloves. Your attacks have a chance to... It doesn't matter. One final rest. Honestly, just give me another stamina container so we do a little bit of extra damage. Why not? Still no boots. Yeah, I'm not worried. We have 2 extra revives. 1 at base because I have a skill tree upgrade, and then this Phoenix Feather. Yo, we could get some boots. At least 1 pair of boots. They might be good boots. Let's check. It's a big dragon. He's got things to say. I don't care. Good try, buddy. No. I don't really care what you have to say. Still. Aw, man, we just gotta dodge for this one. As you can see, it's really hard. Man, that was a tough attack. Get him, reindeer. He's trying. Ooh, this one's usually rough. Okay, yep. Finally got hit. Ow. Okay. Good try. We did it! Boots. We get those are good boots. They give us an evade. That's a thing that every it's an extra hit. Basically, we dodge a hit when we have that, and then every 10 rooms that we go without getting hit, it regenerates. But it's not over yet. We will be judged. And we have the good points for it. Worthy. The light has spoken. We get to move on to higher heaven. Oh, high heavens too. I like my name better. None of these matter right now, honestly. A soul heart or equipment? We're still wearing the poncho and cowboy hat. We never replaced the base armor stuff. Screw it, we got the keys. Let's check. Well, there goes our evasion. We already lost it. Honestly, in terms of power, we are not nearly as crazy as we could be. That's not very good. Equip load capacity? Sure, that'll be actually quite helpful. Oh, hey, another gift box. Cobalt Shield from Terraria. Immune to push and pull effects and a block. No. Quiver. More damage, the more good we have. Yeah, we can finally take our helmet off. We are now a little cultist man. Huzzah. Well, here we go. Can't do anything there. The throne. Overcome one final obstacle and ascend the throne. Let's go. It's everyone's worst fear. A woman. Here's the final boss. I hope we get to see some of these attacks, because these final bosses are really well designed and really cool. It's looking like we're not gonna be doing too well, though. Look at this stuff! Look how cool that is! I love this boss. This is such a cool fight. There goes our evasion, though. Alright, phase 1 down. Let's win. Okay. Seizure warning, I guess. Jesus! Ooh! Oh, this one! We get to decide where the openings are for this attack. I did not do a very good job, but it was close enough. Oh, that's such a cool attack. Okay, but we still won. Easily, handily. It wasn't even close. And we got an Abyss key. Woo! Let's put these gloves down so we can pick the key up, because the key is really useful. I lied, it's not useful at all. I love at this point, so you didn't get to see it because if this is the first time you've seen the game, but these Ichor Bowls, this is how you've been ending runs for like ages up until this point, until you finally get to this boss and beat it. And now you see another Ichor Bowl and you're like, do I try it? Is it just gonna kill me again? No, at this point, it's just good. You're so powerful that the Ichor no longer kills you and you can just move on and take the throne. We've done it. We're the best. You have accomplished the impossible. You've become the embodiment of purity. Praise the Sovereign! Chosen by the light! We pray to you! A new era of purity dawns! A mortal no longer. Now ruling the high heavens. But even the glory of becoming a god eventually fades into eternity. Eternity claims another. I like that the death is like a little... I mean, I guess you could call it a rip-off of the Hades death animation. I think it's a nice little homage. That was a full run of Tiny Rogues. There is so much more to this game. Every single character has their own specific like stats and starting gear and abilities and traits, and everything's crazy. And then there's this big old skill tree. It's not quite Path of Exile, but it's kind of a lot. Some relatively decent changes. None of these are just like do more damage or anything. They all are at least somewhat interesting. At least in my opinion. Some of them are a little boring, but they're great. I think it's a good system. And yeah, obviously I have everything unlocked. I've done everything you can do in this game except for 3 things, which are beat the bosses that I just did with the superhero, with all but 2 of these turned on, and these difficulty things are very difficult. Also, again, none of them are, at least very few of them are just like stat bonus or stat changes. Most of them are fairly interesting. Bosses are weaker in the first phase, but stronger in the second phase. That's kind of cool. This one, starting weapon, you start with a negative enchantment. It's fine. Floors contain more enchanted enemies. Stamina recovery speed is lessened on lower floors, but gets better as you go on. And then they get harder and harder as you go down until you get things like, you deal half damage for the first 20 seconds of each boss. Every once in a while, a massive mech will bust into the walls of rooms and just demolish you with way too much health, and honestly, I hate this thing. The harder enemy enchantments, bosses can be enchanted, all sorts of crazy stuff. A lot of these are honestly really annoying and difficult to deal with, but I mean, it's difficulty modifiers, it's supposed to be. But at the very least, they're all interesting, so I like that. And then there's also like a bunch of like starting gifts and things, so you can start out with like bombs or keys or gold, or I like to start out with extra dice because I like a little bit more agency over the randomness of the game. So yeah, there's a lot in this game. This is definitely one of my favorite roguelikes. I know it doesn't look like much, and I probably didn't do a very good job of convincing you that this is a good game, but I would highly, highly recommend this one. That's gonna go ahead and do it for this episode of Going Rogue, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope y'all have a magnificent day. Derpo the Magnificent out.